Not using their brain at all.
In this vote, the ayes are 311 and the nays are 112. The bill is passed. Oh, one voting present. I missed it, but thank you. Okay. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. The chair would remind my colleagues to observe proper decorum. Flag waving on the floor is not appropriate. The House will be in order. Without objection, a motion to reconsider is laid on the table. For what purpose does the gentleman from Florida rise? I said, no. The gentlewoman from Florida.
Stand up.
Okay. The gentlewoman is not recognized. Colleagues, no, I'm going to.
Well, there we are. The vote has passed. It has been a very, very long time, many days since the American people, through their politicians, voted for a bill to allow for more weapons to be sent to Ukraine, for Ukraine to continue that fight against Russia's illegal invasion many, many months ago now. And this, once it has been signed by the president, which will happen early next week, will mean that American factories can be put into use again, can build more weapons to be sent to Ukraine. Stockpiles can be released as well. American stockpiles, American weapons can be shipped over, flown as well over to eastern Poland, and from there they can be trucked across to the battlefield of eastern Ukraine. A very, very important moment for the people of Ukraine, and I imagine we will hear at some point this afternoon from the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, and I'm sure too there will be a statement from President Biden, who of course, remember, has called for this all along. It hasn't been a hold-up that he has created. It's been a hold-up here on Capitol Hill, a hold-up because of a Trumpian wing of the Republican Party, who, as I've said, have been questioning the point of a faraway war. They have said that the focus should be on domestic politics, on crime, on the southern border with Mexico, and not on a war that they question what it has to do with Americans. Well, a majority of politicians here disagree with that view. They believe that this is America's fight as well. The hold-up, the logjam has been freed. The vote has now passed.
Yeah, well, I don't think that those representatives are representing their constituents in this particular vote. I really don't at all. But you know who they are representing? The military industrial complex. See, that's the part of this that I think a lot of people don't really understand. The money, it's not going to go to Ukraine. A lot of the money isn't going to go to Ukraine. It's going to go to the military industrial complex. American companies, the money's going to go directly to them. And then, they're going to send stuff over there to Ukraine or whatever, bullets or whatever it is. And so, but the money is going to go to those companies, the military industrial complex. So who does have like a stranglehold on Congress, what they get, what they want over what the American people want. And it's funny how these stories focusing on the Ukraine part of this, because there's also money to Israel in this. And I think the money to Israel is what helped this pass, because the Ukraine funding had been held up in Congress for the longest time, and they had standalone bills. So this time they bundled it up for an aid bill. And so they wanted to pass the funding for Israel because of the power of AIPAC, and they don't want to look anti-Semitic. So then, Ukraine gets to get it too. They get to ride that train. It says the U.S. House of Representatives has approved $60.8 billion in foreign aid to Ukraine. Democrats and Republicans joined together after months of deadlock over renewed American support to help Ukraine fend off Russia's invasion. They're still singing the same ass song. First comment, it says Zelensky can buy a bigger house now. It says Tupac, they got money for wars but can't feed the poor. 30 years later and nothing's changed. Another comment, it says homeless vets in the US say right now. They're like, screw those vets. Ukraine needs stuff. A comment, it says treason. Another one, it says stop funding war advocates for peace between two countries and use the money to cancel student loans, get people off the street, and build affordable housing for low-income families. Like, regardless of which, like, you might not agree with the student loans or whatever, affordable housing, whatever. Any initiative for American people, in my view, would supersede this. Whatever way you want to spend the money, as long as it was to help Americans, would be a better move than giving freebies to the American, the military industrial complex. Meanwhile, they send cans and rotten food to Gaza and fund a genocide and killed 35,000 civilians and children